I'm curious, what you heard from students themselves, especially those who maybe hadn't taken part in projects before, PBL before, and had been successful in kind of the model of school that they're familiar with, a more traditional model.
Yeah, we've had a lot of conversations with students, especially some of our seniors, that their first opportunity was their last opportunity, and before they went on to college, and they felt like it was a great opportunity to kind of synthesize all of their knowledge and skills that they've acquired, but they wish they had had more opportunities to engage in that, because they really found it that it ignited a passion within them, and they were able to articulate that feeling and that purpose better than any teacher could, and the excitement that you saw out of the students was amazing.
So that's pretty infectious.
Yeah,
I remember one story. Jeff and I had there was a group that came and presented to the board on one of their projects, and Jeff asked them the question, well, do you care about the grade you got on this project? And the student said, I don't even care if it's graded. Now, in our world, our students are very focused and want good grades, and college, they see that as a next step. And to hear that come out of the students, I only cared about the learning and the experience I was getting. I didn't care about the grade. That was really refreshing, and really kind of takes us back to why we all got an education to begin with.
Sure.
And I think it highlighted for us the need to be K-12, so that students have experiences with projects every single year, and we build on those successes and those failures.
Sure.
We had another group that took on a pretty robust project that was somewhat controversial, and they didn't necessarily meet success head on, and that failure taught them as much as the success would have.
Absolutely. Can you tell us any more about that project?
So they took on a project locally that was a former Superfund site that had toxic waste, and the site had been kind of ignored over the last 3 to 5 years by the Ohio EPA and the EPA in general. And so they brought awareness to the area. They wanted to do some remediation, and they were, met with resistance.
Right.
And so they persevered, and they continued to push to try and open up that site so that they could provide some remediation. They didn't get exactly what they wanted, but as of yesterday, the EPA was on site doing some cleanup work that needed to take place, and just to beautify the area just slightly. Just to start.
Sounds like they got some wheels.
So they got some
turning.
wheels, but initially it was just a cold shoulder, and they had to work through that.
That's tough.
Yeah, it is tough, but I think that's the real world. That's
Absolutely.
what we're expecting students to do and feel empowered to do when they leave us.
And you can imagine these students, were these seniors, the students?
Yeah, these were seniors.
You can imagine them coming back in future years to see what happened.
Absolutely.
That sense of investment in the outcome.
And that legacy.
Yeah.
So we had another project that was an opportunity to create and partner with U.S. Fish and Wildlife to create a bioreserve or a land lab. And it was 47 acres of general farmland that was turned into wetlands, prairie areas, and forest areas. And it's going to take probably 30 or 40 years to build.
Sure.
But I envision those students that took on that project coming back and showing their children or their grandchildren that legacy. And don't we all kind of want to have that perspective on life?
Sure,
that we're
absolutely.
leaving something behind for somebody else.
You're part of it.
You're part of it.
Yeah.